Hi,
So let's
all.
go.
Welcome to the final session. I'm Jessica from the AWID team. Before we start, we are going to try to get interpretation working for everyone. So what we need everyone to do, hopefully you have two devices. But if you don't, we'll work with what you got. So get your smartphones out. Click on, I'm like doing it in real time with you. Click on the QR code. It will take you to Wordly. Then you have to press attend. And, okay, I'm attending. And once you've done that, you will have live interpretation. You can change to whatever language you need. If you need French, let's see. I know they have Swahili here. They have Vietnamese, Ukrainian. Then you just apply and it should be working. Then see, you'll have written text. I have it in Ukrainian, or you will have audio text. Okay. Once you get that working, if you can put in the chat that, that it's working for you, let us know so that we can move on. Okay, some people are saying it's working. Okay, we got yeah, awesome. Last time it was not working. So this is so great. So we are going to do a small test now. We are going to now test with a bit of Russian speaking. Ina, do you want to start speaking in Russian and see if it continues to translate in English or Arabic or whatever other language people are speaking?
Okay, let's try. Доброе утро, дорогие участницы, участники. Очень приятно говорить на родном языке. И я надеюсь, что на форуме у нас будет пространство для многих языков, для встреч. Да, и мы всегда стараемся, на самом деле, одна из идей Wordly — это дать нам возможность говорить на языках, которые не колониальные языки. Так что не только на русском, но и на украинском, болгарском и многих других языках.
All right, people are saying that it's
Ам,
working. Wait, I will stop while we turn back to English. Спасибо большое. Let's try now with some Hindi. We're going to try to see, this is to show you how it changes. Gopika, go for it.
नमस्ते सब लोगों को। आज मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि आपके साथ एक सेशन कर रही हूँ। मेरा हिंदी भी उतना अच्छा नहीं है क्योंकि मैं चेन्नई से हूँ। लेकिन मैं बहुत खुश हूँ सबको मिलने के लिए। We can really test how good this is because my Hindi is not great.
Gopika, does it ask you this little pop-up on Zoom asking you what language you speak?
I think, can I just ask our tech team if you did change it to Hindi?
Oh, I see it's written in English, right? And it says it's transliterated, so it says
Tech,
to
I
tech
changed
team?
it to Hindi.
Okay, let's try one more
Let's try
time.
again.
Try
Okay,
it
let's
again.
try again. Someone told me in the chat that my Hindi is good. Okay, I'm going to try again. Namaste, सबको। आप कैसे हो? हम बैंगलोर में हैं और
It's
हम बहुत
working.
खुश हैं आप लोगों से मिलने के लिए। और बहुत समय हो गया मैं हिंदी बात करके, तो अ, धन्यवाद।
Amazing, Gopika. Amazing. It worked. We'll just move it back to English. All right. So that's for everyone to know that Wordly is going to be available at the forum. And this is one of the ways that we are practicing language justice, making 60 additional languages available in various sessions. It's also accessible. I just wanted to check. Can people see the ISL interpreters? I don't see them on screen. You can see them? Okay, super. This is a way for us to also, it's not going to be in every room, but it's a way to even extend around accessibility. Wordly has both transcribed text and audio, so bring your headphones. Okay, we are starting. Isn't it cool? Are you excited? Okay, so once again, my name is Jessica. Welcome to the final session on, we just changed the name yesterday, Planning for the Forum and the Forum app on Canapii onboarding. So we're really excited for people to join. Put your name and where you're joining from in the chat. I'm joining from Bulgaria. I'm on the membership team, and a brief physical description of myself. I'm white. I'm wearing red lipstick for you. I have my hair, oh yeah, it's tied back today in this like somewhat pathetic little bun, but it has some blue in it. I'm wearing a blue and white striped shirt with a stone necklace and a green sweater. So thank you everyone for joining. We're super excited to be with you either in Bangkok, in one of the many hubs around the world, or from your homes in the forum. So today's session is going to be our final wrap-up session where we're going to be talking about final logistics, how to prepare and plan, what to expect, but also we're going to be talking about the program a little bit. We're also going to be talking about getting onto the Forum app, which is on Canapii. So we are going to do the onboarding for the final 30 minutes, listen to some music and hang out. If you're already on, maybe you don't want to stay for that, or maybe you just want to listen to music. But we have a team of logistics folks who are here in the session at any time. Please use the question, like the Q&A little button at the bottom to ask your questions. This way, we can follow up and they'll type it to you, or we'll know to answer them live. If you ask your questions in the chat, a lot of times they get kind of lost, especially when people are talking. So please use the Q&A feature on the Zoom. So yeah, I guess that's where we are now. I am now going to put it over to Ina and Gopika, two of the directors here at AWID, who are going to walk you through and, you know, take it away.
Thanks, Jess.
Hi,
Oh my.
Gopika.
Hi, Ina. How's it going?
It's going. Thank you for asking.
When Ina and I were preparing for this session, we were thinking about what we should start with, and we were reflecting that maybe we should tell each other what we've been up to. So yeah, I'm Gopika and I am based in India. I am brown skinned, I have short black hair, and I'm wearing a headset. And so I told Ina that I probably don't know what you did yesterday because we've been working on different things. So tell me what you've been up to, Ina.
I promise I'll tell you in a minute. So, hi, folks. I'm Ina Michaeli, pronouns she and her. I'm a white, Eastern European looking woman with short hair, black glasses, red lipstick. that is me. And yeah, what have I been up to? Well, one of the things I'm working on today is just having a look at all the final recommendations around health and safety, and ensuring that we get all of those to everyone through your app before you travel. Over to you, Gopika. What are you up to?
Wow, I like how people might be thinking we have very exciting things to do, but right now I'm doing things like approving the badge printing. So the badges, all of your badges are going into production today. So shout out to our communications team that's really working hard to get everything ready for all of you. So yeah, it's a lot of people. Yesterday we had our final staff check-in before we all started traveling. We all start traveling, so that was really exciting. And then today we're just looking at team schedules. What are we doing as AWID staff at the forum? So yeah, it's getting down to the wire.
Can we have our fancy slides on from our amazing tech team? Thank you. So yeah, it's what it says basically on this previous on that previous slide. If we can go there about what's happening. So we want to share with you some of the final details around forum planning. It's also a chance for some questions and answers. And just so you know, our team is working very, very hard to answer all your questions over emails as well. Thank you for your patience. It takes a bit of time, but we are trying to make sure that each and every one of you gets the information and the support that you need. And we will also talk about the forum app, which is not just about information, but also for all of us to connect with each other, and which overnight we've been working very, very hard to make sure that you all can access that as well. So that's the plan for today.
Okay, we're getting started with what to do. I think what we wanted to share with all of you, maybe since Ina and I last met you, is that there's a lot of us coming. So since our last meeting, the numbers have gone up. Ina, do you want to share a little bit about the numbers before we get into our travel checklist? And if we can go back a slide, because
Yeah,
I'll let you know. Yep,
yeah,
perfect.
we'll keep the
We'll keep
checklist a
it.
mystery.
Yeah, we'll
So,
keep it a mystery.
So I think what we've been saying, throughout the past couple of years, we intended to come together is 2,500 feminists in person and many more online. So that's not the plan anymore. It's not 2,500, it's more like 3,500. And that is just because we have been amazed by the registration skyrocketing and so many folks wanting to come. And in the past couple of months, we've been working really, really hard to make that possible and to accommodate a much, much larger number of participants. So that also added quite a bit of work that we are so excited we were able to do, but also meant some delays with and taking a bit longer to respond to everybody, but have been catching up. So just to thank you again for your patience as we are trying to just make space for everybody, because that's the idea. And I don't know, Gopika, do you want to share a bit about also what that entailed?
Yes, for sure. So while we will, in this session, tell you a bit about what you should be bringing, what it meant to go from 2,500 to 3,500 meant we now have different levels in the forum. So we have the forum happening really on two levels of our venue, which is the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. It also meant more gender-neutral bathrooms across those floors, changing our maps, moving our registration, lunch, and plenaries to larger areas because we want all of you to have enough space and all of us to have enough space. So like Ina said, it's quite a complex logistical operation, but we also want to share that hosting the forum is also a political process for us. And so we recognize that apart from the logistics themselves, we have been making an effort to reach out to folks affected in areas where there is crisis, where there is war, remembering that those issues reflect the state of the world. So whatever we are providing or having in the forum, we want to ensure that our political program at the forum is a space that brings those realities to the forefront. You may have seen in the news that Haiti, currently the airports are shut down. We have been hearing from Haitian feminists that they're unable to attend. And so we're trying to figure out ways in which we can enable their participation. So really trying to do a number of different things. And if you are on this call and you would like to share more about your situation, please use the chat, please use the questions if you have any specific questions about where you're coming from as well. So I'll stop there and probably more logistical part, but Ina, before we go into that, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, really just to emphasize how the logistical issues are a reflection also of what's going on in the world right now, right? And that we do our best to take care of folks and to also, you know, being mindful of the violence of border regimes, of visas, of those challenges, and doing our best to support people as well. But also that all those issues are also part of our political agenda at the forum and the program, as we are want to make sure that we have the space to touch on issues that really inform also our everyday experiences. So yeah, and from here, and maybe just to say that as we are making all the efforts to make sure that all of us are able to be at the forum, we do hear about things like, oh, this institution promised me funding, but now I'm not getting it, right? So I can't come anymore. And those things happen, and I think it's important for us as we hold the forum to also hold space for folks who can't be there physically. And that's also one of the reasons that we are really excited to have a forum that is more hybrid than ever before. And where virtual participation is not just passively watching, kind of live streaming, but you have opportunities to really engage and connect, which is the value of the space. So let's go to the essentials.
Let's go.
Okay, I kick us off and hand over, okay? The first is vaccinations. So just please make sure that you know what kind of vaccinations you need to travel internationally and to travel to Thailand.
Ina, we're being asked to speak a little bit slowly, both of us
Oh,
getting carried
that,
away. Just
okay. That is going to be difficult, but we will try. Vaccinations. Please make sure to check. We will also be sharing much more detailed information on all of that, but it is your responsibility to please check also on the website of Center Disease Control and whichever local health authorities, what are the vaccinations that you need to travel, and if there are any vaccinations that you need to be able to enter Thailand specifically. And then smartphone, if you can have one with you, that is much recommended with headphones and a charger, please don't forget. Because again, of the widely the translation technology, being able to access the app and to connect with others. Of course, there will also be some possibilities for interpretations for folks without smartphones. We also take that into consideration, but if you have one, do not forget it. Please check electricity and the kind of travel adapter that you might need. Make arrangements for SIM card or eSIM. It's also always good to check that in advance. If you have any medication and prescriptions that you need, please have them with you. And also check what it entails if it's medication that you can cross the border with, go through customs, get into the country. Masks, if you can also use mask, please, while traveling, while being at the airport, because we're going to be a lot of people coming from a lot of places and with different health conditions, and we want to make sure that we take care of each other. And yeah, over to you, Gopika, to speak to the rest and to the next one.
Thank you. And I see a lot of questions coming in through Q&A, so please do use the Q&A, and we have an amazing team of our forum team that's doing their best to respond to all your queries in the Q&A, but as we said, please do use that. Could we move to the next slide, please? Okay, so a lot of things to remember about arriving in Bangkok. I read someone in the chat saying that they're a bit worried about pickup and will they be picked up from the airport. Please don't worry. But at the same time, we would need you to also do a couple of things to make sure that you are on our radar. So on the right side of the screen that is being presented now, there is a picture of a signboard which says meeting point, the name of the forum, 15th AWID International Forum, and it says welcome to Bangkok. So we're giving you a sneak peek at the sign that will be at the airport. So please do look out for this sign. And just to also tell you, you don't need to write any of this information down. All of this information that Ina and I are sharing will be on your app, will be on Canopii with a lot more detail than what we are sharing right now. So just letting you know that these are bullet points, but this is just to give you a guide of what's going to happen. So obviously, once you pass immigration, people from certain countries would also have to go through a health check. So please remember that there are certain health screenings which need to be done. But as of November 15th, Thailand has lifted COVID-19 related entry requirements. But that does not mean, don't forget your vaccination certificates and all of those things, keep them handy. An important thing that we wanted to say on this call is that there is a fast track, and many of you, in fact, all of you, would have received an email about ensuring that we have your details to go through the fast track for immigration. So, fast track essentially means that somebody would help you, meet you, and guide you through immigration. So, the deadline to fill out the fast track was 2 days ago. However, we on this call would like to share that we have till today, luckily, our friends, our organizers in Thailand are fine for us to spend till today filling out our profiles on Canopii in order that we can avail of the fast track services. You will have more information on how to do that during the call. And that will
And
also, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Gopika, I really want to ask you, if you have friends or colleagues traveling, please also get them to do that, because the idea of the fast track is that we know that airports can be unpleasant and immigration controls especially, and we do all we can to make it a bit more pleasant experience, but we do need your cooperation. So please do get those folks to feel yourselves, your friends, colleagues, comrades, to fill the
Yeah.
profile so that they can go through the fast track, because it's for them, for you.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. And there are a couple of people who've saying they've put their details in. That's great. You will receive information about Fast Track. We're just making sure that everybody who is on this call and outside is able to know this detail. There's also a question about will it be open earlier? Unfortunately, no. The airport Fast Track is only available for the dates that are mentioned on the slide. So if you're applying earlier, it doesn't mean that you can't come through. It's just that you can't access the fast track immigration line, but it doesn't mean that you will not be able to pass through immigration. Maybe we can go to the next slide. Okay, these are again quick things that I'll not spend too much time on because These will be in Canapii. Please spend a few days to familiarize yourself with the platform. It really is the one-stop shop other than the forum.awid.org. So please do access the platform. We've put a lot of detail in there. It's quite difficult to explain all of the detail on one call, but yes, just to let you know, there is free Wi-Fi at the airport. There is a lost luggage counter. You can also approach people who will be for you from AWID side to help if you've lost luggage and you might need some clothes, all of that will be there. There's also a currency exchange. And in our guide, we've also shared more information in terms of the SIM cards that you could buy. So I won't spend too much time on that. Could you please go to the next slide? Once again, if you have any questions, please do drop them in the Q&A, not in the chat box, because we have staff answering the questions in the Q&A because the chat is quite difficult to monitor. I just want to ask for a time check from whoever is in our team. If you can just let us know how much longer we have in the chat, that will be great. Uh, the picture that you just saw is from the forum venue. So this is where the forum is that's the outside. Actually, that's the view from inside. So you can see it's quite open. You can see the beautiful Bangkok skyline, and there's this lovely lake with a park right next to it. So if the forum is a bit too much, you can always go and take a walk in the park. So we're going to the next slide. 5 minutes on. Okay.
And meanwhile, I just want to say that we have over 35 excellent questions in the Q&A that have been answered. So please have a look also at the questions that have been answered because you might find useful information there.
I can't remember which one of us was going to cover this, Ina, but
Yeah, I actually did. One of the questions was, do I really need the forum app? And I love the answer. I think it was from Lina that yes, you can survive without the app, but will it enhance your forum experience? Probably yes. Yeah, you'll have lots
yes,
of useful information there. But if for any reasons, and also we are very mindful of digital security considerations, so we try to make as informed decisions as possible on that. But if for any reason you prefer not to use that, there will be a limited number of programs kind of that you can
yes.
take physically. So it's recommended, but we also respect if you prefer not to do that.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, we also have brochures with maps of the conference center, which will be in your bags. There will be daily printouts of the programs, and also there will be signage on ground signs wherever you are. So we've tried as much as possible to have a good balance of that. But for in-depth information, the app is the right way to go. So headphones, again, just a reminder, don't leave them in your hotel room. Bring them with you to the forum venue. If you would like to access Canopy, registration will start the day before the forum. Also, that information will be available to you. It starts on the 1st of December at your hotels if you're part of the forum official hotels, and very early in the morning on the 2nd. So please do watch out for more information on registration and where you will be. Questions on COVID testing is coming through the chat. So just to let you all know that even though you test before you leave your country, you will have to test on arrival, because obviously those of us who have traveled have been in very many different situations. So we would we wouldn't suggest that you use the test that you used when you left your country. The other thing is, even though official COVID regulations have been dropped by most countries, almost all, we still think that it is, as part of our collective care, it's important for us to do this for each other. And so we want to make sure everyone feels safe and comfortable coming to the forum. So you will be asked to show a COVID test when you arrive at the registration. Maybe we go to the next slide. Ina, over to you.
Okay. There's going to be first aid at the forum if you're unwell, if there's anything happening, if you have any health concerns, if you're not sure where to go, you go to the first aid. We also going to have harm reduction sort of mobile bus that is organized by community organizations from kind of community public health perspective that is bound for folks who are used to being discriminated by mainstream health establishments. So that's the place where you go if you need advice or any kind of support if you are whether it's about psychoactive substances or if you need any support in terms of hormones, anything, that's the place also operated by for and with sex worker organizations, trans organizations, LGBTQI, anything on sexually transmitted infections. If you just want a space where you can get information or support that is not judgmental, where you can feel safe and comfortable to ask any question and ask for referral as well to community health services that are not on site but are available in Bangkok, that is where you go. And we are making sure now to collect the latest information to make sure it's up to date on any health risks and anything that you need to be mindful. So, for example, symptoms and prevention on COVID, on mpox, on dengue, whichever, viruses are out there, because we want to be as safe as possible, and knowledge is power. So please make sure to inform yourself, and we will make sure that the information is there for you so that you can do that.
Okay. I think we could go to the next slide because that's taking us to the next section of today. And shout out to all our team, 63 questions answered. So if you don't see your question answered yet, please check the section which says answered, and we still have our team continuously answering questions with you on the chat. Right. The big announcement is that the forum program is live on the forum app. So I think all of you, this is all the more reason why you need to get on the forum app on Canapii. A couple of days ago, we gave you a very sneak peek to the program, which just showed you what is going to happen every day. So just to let you know, there will be daily plenaries every morning, 9 to 11. We've been a bit kind for the late, someone said early morning, and I was like, oh, that's not early at all. So 9 o'clock is when our daily plenary start. You will have a lot of different sessions going on. There's a festival space. There are a bunch of exhibitions, arts programming, booths, lounges, marketplace, and various different spaces, from the disability justice space to the queer space to the solidarity space. I mean, even I haven't seen most of them myself, so I'm really excited to experience it myself. Don't forget the gala dinner on the third night of the forum. It's going to be cool. I'm sure it is. Don't forget your gala dinner outfit. There's also a number of different evening receptions that are being hosted by our partners and friends. So please do check them out. They are going to be organized independently, but we will give you information for the receptions that are open to all of forum participants. So yeah, the program is live and I'm super nervous and excited. How are you feeling, Ina?
It's actually quite amazing, and especially, having in mind that the program is made of contributions and activities of families and groups from all over the world, is really, really exciting. Um, and I just want to shout out to our colleagues who have managed to answer almost 80 questions by now. So Denise, Zina, Jess, Lynn, Fatima, Lynn, Michelle, everyone doing really, really amazing work while we're just like smiling and reading slides. And
Wearing a
thank
lipstick.
you so much.
I think we can go to the next slide. I believe it's our colleagues who are going to take over from us. Oh, wait, no, we forgot all of the questions. So could we
Yeah,
move to
let's
the next
do
slide? Yeah, we had a
question.
question.
I mean,
Mm.
that's really just clearly just a few examples of the hundreds of questions that there are. So it's just example of a few of them that we wanted to quickly answer, but please check out the FAQ as well for the frequently asked questions. But yeah, Gopika, what happens if I miss my flight on the way there or the way home? Am I just going to get a new flight booked for me by somebody?
I don't think so, Ina.
Okay,
But
so I should really make sure not to miss my flight, is what
yeah,
you're saying. Okay.
please don't go for a party the previous night. I know you think you can catch your flight the next morning, but please don't miss your flight of your own volition. I can understand if there may be many other reasons why flying is quite difficult to manage these days. But yes, we encourage you to figure out your flights as well.
Yeah, we would really love to support people in any way we can, but we just can't be buying flights for folks who have missed their flight. So thank you for understanding, and please make sure you don't miss your flight. If you feel unwell in Bangkok, well, you have the first aid counter, which is at the venue, and you're very welcome to go there and to get the advice.
Yes.
Sorry, there's an excellent question in the chat on whether there's a dress code, and there are many answers to this question. There are many answers to many questions, but yeah, I love the no dress code, be as fabulous as you would like, as well as dress to kill. So go with any answer of those that you wish. Um, okay, more.
Yes, wear whatever you want, dress to kill. And someone has mentioned in the chat that this is a lot of information. So just to let you know, we recognize that, we can't pack in all the information that you are looking for, but we promise you that all of this information is available on the app, on the website. We also have an email. You can get in touch with us. Uh, leave a note on our social media. Our comms team is doing a fantastic job responding there as well. Someone said to wear comfortable shoes. I totally agree. Also, watch out for the Bangkok traffic.
I also want to appreciate those of us who make an informed, safe, sane, conscious decision to wear uncomfortable shoes. We respect that as well.
We respect that too. We respect
But let
that
me
too.
just take us just to go through this slide, because I think our time is running out for
Oh,
that.
thanks.
So, yeah, for lost or damaged luggage or wheelchair, what are we doing, Gopika?
If your luggage is lost, like I said earlier in the call, you will be able to contact airport. There is a lost luggage place in Bangkok airport, but also our host, the TCEB, who will be at at the airport receiving us will be able to assist you to have some emergency items. So look out for the AWID signage. I didn't fully get the question about losing the wheelchair, but a damaged wheelchair, maybe a little bit more specific, like if it's at the venue, there is going to be an accessibility desk where 50 manual wheelchairs will be available. So we will also be sharing more information regarding the accessibility uh, services and information. Again, I don't want to overwhelm everyone with that at the moment. And someone asked about conflict, are they sharing rooms? So those of you who are supported by AWID through the Access Fund will be sharing rooms. And we have some funny stories. I'm sure there will be some fun stories in the conference about room sharing, but also we recognize that there could be situations where there is conflict.
Actually, I have shared a room with a person I don't know at all at the 2012 AWID Forum in Istanbul. So, yeah, we know that room sharing is not ideal, and that's just the price of being able to accommodate as many activists as we can who want and deserve to have their participation funded. And unfortunately, we can't fund everyone. If you have of course, if you have the funds and you can want to upgrade or have a single room, that is something that you can do. But in terms of what we are able to offer, that does entail sharing rooms, and we do our best to make sure that you share with the people that you want to share. Again, I shared with a stranger. I know that's and that was a very lovely person, so I have no complaints there. But of course, we do our best to make sure that you get the roommates that you request. And if at some point throughout the days you figure out that you are not best placed to share a room, you can always check with other people who might be in the same situation and see if you can swap. But that's also a level of individual responsibility as well. However, if at the forum itself you have a conflict, or even not a conflict, it's enough that you feel uncomfortable about something or about someone, or you have, or anything that you need in order to feel safe, to feel appreciated, to get an advice, there will be systems in place where you can go and get support. So we are really making sure that it's not just that it also doesn't have to be complicated. There will be a person that you can approach and say, hey, something happened, or maybe I even think something happened and I need this support to feel more comfortable or to deal with the situation.
Thanks, Ina. And I'm just going to pop the link to the FAQs available on the website. If you don't see the answer to your question there, we're working on updating the FAQs almost on a daily basis. As we keep getting questions, our team is busy uploading them, getting them translated into the forum official languages. So yes, please make sure you go to the website, have a read. Again, just to reassure you, this is a lot of information, but information will come to you in different waves. So don't feel like you have to know everything today. And all of us will be there on ground to help you navigate, to help you get around the forum. So just encourage you to take care of yourself in the run up to the forum, and all your questions, keep them coming, and we'll make sure we can answer them as best as possible next week. So I'm just going to pass to, I think, could we go to the next slide? I'm not really sure. Oh, is it Q&A, or is it just going to ask Jess, are we going into the app?
It was going to be a bit of a Q&A to just finish up answering any of your questions, and then we can go into the app for the last 30 minutes.
Sure. Is there anything that you feel that's coming, if the team that's running the Q&A would like us to pick up verbally, it would help for us to know as well. If there's anything coming through the Q&A, if any of you also want to unmute and come on for things you've seen or heard, I think that's also would be great. Or
There's a
no?
couple questions about reimbursements if people can't
Ah,
attend. And then there's maybe just once over on the what the fast track is and why it's important for two.
could you repeat the one about reimbursements if they can't attend?
Yeah, so someone's saying that their executive director can't attend, or if someone, you know, for whatever reason can attend, say, for instance, the participants in Haiti, where like you were talking
Yes.
about the airport, or
Yes.
illness, what happens about reimbursements for
I think
registration?
I think the best thing I would advise you to do is get in touch with our forum team. I'm going to ask our team to drop the email address into the chat, which you can write to. We have a team that's receiving all of your emails and forwarding them to the right group of people. So they will be able to help with whether you've registered and you need a refund on your registration, etc. So,
And
yeah.
yeah, there's also, I see, a couple of questions. One on childcare and asking if we can provide a list of local carers and if children are allowed in events as they can't leave their babies. So yes, of course, you can bring your baby with you, and we will try to share all the information that we can on childcare and hopefully also carers list as well. Let's see. I think also a very good question on preparations being made in the event of conflict between participants, particularly around discrimination and any form of homophobia. So for us, it's very important that we create a feminist space. So on the one hand, it's a space where we all have a lot to learn and to unlearn, and we want to assume best intentions. At the same time, our level of tolerance to discrimination and oppression is around 0. So if there is any violation, certainly intentional violation of the code of conduct, this is something that will not be able to have to continue in the space. So we are very clear on that. But also knowing that conflicts of different kinds. So when we are not speaking about actually violating, so actively discriminating or oppression, but even without that and with the best intention, there can be tensions and difficulties, and we will have a team in place of people who are trained to support that and who also bring a strong awareness of power relations and power inequalities in the way that they can inform conflicts and tensions and try to address that in a way that really prioritizes the safety and the comfort, especially if you have been harmed in any way. And we really do our best on all levels, from program to logistics, to minimize that, but also to create a space to address it in ways that are constructive and caring. I hope that answers the question. And there will be just a place where you can go and people that you can just address, and you will not go through any like you will not have to prove anything or things like that. There will be people to listen to you and to address your concerns and to try to resolve the conflict, and if necessary also to make sure that there's no harmful conduct in the space.
Thanks, Ina. And I have two questions. I think one about fast track, which I'm seeing coming up, which is that if you're traveling with somebody else, and you have registered for fast track, can you bring them along with you through the fast track? It's a great question.
It's a great question that we've been asked, and we are actually figuring that out. It's a little
Yes.
bit challenging because we need to provide the details of the people. So I think at the moment that is not an option. So, but we are if it will be an option, we will make that known. But the reality is we can only arrange the fast track for people who are coming to the forum. If we will have a different information, we will be able to communicate that. Of course, we would love you all to be able to bring your partners, friends, whoever. Just a random person who probably would benefit from, a more comfortable immigration experience. But we're not sure we can do that. So I would suggest right now to operate under the assumption if people are not registered to the forum, they can go through that fast track because, again, we can't provide their details. Yeah.
And just another, I think we have a few people asking about the room sharing. Will they be able to find out who they're sharing with in advance? Obviously, there are many different places where that comes from, both from a sense of comfort and whether we'll be able to know, just so that it helps ease our own anxieties around sharing rooms. I wonder actually if someone from our team, I don't know the answer to that question. It's a great question. So I'll be honest and say I don't know whether we're getting rooming lists in advance, but I'm going to invite Tina maybe to come off mute if you can, Tina, and just share a little bit about rooming if you feel we have further information about when we can when people will know their, I guess, room partners, we call it.
Thank you, Gopika and Ina. Since Zina is here, is it okay I ask Zina to chime in? But we've already paired people, but Zina can chime in.
Thank you.
Zina, is it okay?
The
Thanks.
fundamental thing at AWID these days. Come on, Zina, over to you.
Thanks so much, Gopika. Thanks so much, Tina. Hey, everyone. Yes, so currently we are busy with rooming lists, and we are pairing according to folks. Like if you've are an Access Fund presenter or an Access Fund participant, some of you have let us know via email during your flight process who you would like to share with. We've ensured that we pair you with that person if possible. We've also been pairing folks according to regions. So if you're from the same region or if you're from the same session, we've been trying to, as far as possible, pair folks with people in their session or from the region at least. But I welcome anybody that is Access Fund participants to please share your rooming preferences. We are so close to the forum, and so I will be at the hotel along with the rest of the team. And so if once you arrive, you find that you are not paired with someone that you are comfortable with or you want to make changes, we will happily try as far as humanly possible to make that happen at the forum. But as you can imagine, we are dealing with large volumes of all our wonderful forum participants. So please just a little bit of patience in terms of us getting back to you. But like I said, once you reach the forum and we get to the check-in process, you are more than welcome to also let us know during that process as well. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you, Zina. And can I ask Janine to also come off mute and demystify the per diems for the folks who are under Access Fund and will be getting their per diems?
I don't know is Janine, are you there?
I think Janine might need to be moved to
Ah,
Emily.
but I have some information about per diems,
Okay,
which is
great.
great. We will be also uploading information on where to go for your per diems. Our finance team will be on site starting from the 1st of December. So there are timings from which you can get your per diems at the locations. We will be sharing that with you as well. So keep a lookout on the app. And also, yes, I think this is the good time to say follow us on on our socials. So if you don't hear from us in with your questions in enough time that you need, please do, ping us on social media as well. But just to let you know, the per diems and our finance team will be available to do that. And we're trying to get Janine as well to confirm if she's able to come off mute to make sure that I'm saying the right thing. Well, in the meantime, I wonder if there's any last questions we want to address. I feel like the Q&A is
I think we have Janine with us.
Okay.
okay,
Yes,
Kirby.
thank you. Sorry,
Hey,
I just had to
Janine.
rejoin. Hello. Okay, so just to let everyone know with regards to the per diems, because I know there are lots of questions around that, etc., etc. For any of the access funded individuals where AWID is supporting you with flights, accommodation, etc., as Gopika has said, we will be sending out a letter shortly that will explain exactly the process to come and get your per diems from the finance team at the conference. And with regards to the per diems, lunch, etc., is provided, breakfast is provided at your hotel. So we will be covering the dinners, except for the evening of the gala dinner, which we will cover. We will give you that money in cash in USD. With regards to any of your visa-related costs, ground travel, etc., especially the visa-related costs, because of the amount of money some of these visa-related costs are, we are asking everyone to please just make sure you've got your bank details with you. We will most likely, well, we will be doing wire transfers in the evening. So you will come and collect your per diems so you can buy dinner, etc. And for your ground transport, so transport from your home to the airport, and then we will double that so you have the same money to get back home when you get home. And the visa related expenses that we will ask you to fill in details, your bank details, so we can do wire transfers in the evening for that. It's just the amount of money, and there are restrictions on what we can take into Thailand, etc., etc. So we've come up with, this is the best way that we can support everyone and make sure everyone gets refunded for these expenses. So please, when you come to receive your per diems, make sure you have your passport with you, your ticket. If you can, bring along proof of bank letter, so we have it all there. The team will be giving the cash out in the day, and then in the evenings we will be doing the wire transfers, especially for the visa related costs. Okay.
And thank you so much. And I see that there's we say that fast track is closed, but another person says that we can still sign up today. Both things are true. Yes, the fast track is closed. The deadline was yesterday, but also, yes, we really try to do the impossible. So if you still sign up today, we will do our best to get you through the fast track. But we really need folks to cooperate and upload their information so we can do that.
Wonderful.
Thanks.
I'm just jumping in as the timekeeper as well. Thanks for all these questions. And thank you, Ina and Gopika. That was like a firestorm of questions and information. We are still going to be online for about another 25 minutes, where we're specifically going to talk about getting everyone on to the forum app on Canapii. So if you're already on the app or and you've explored it, this is a good time, and your questions are answered, because we're still going to be here answering questions. Feel free to take a break now. Also note, if you have a few questions in a few hours, you're like, I need to know this, oh, I forgot to ask. We are having one more session later today. So please tell any colleagues or friends that couldn't make it today that yes, there is one more session, and this will be at 3 p.m. Universal time.
And Jess, I'm going to steal 1 minute, even less,
for it.
but for a very critical clarification, I see people are asking, is reimbursement possible for everyone? So I want to say, no, there's no reimbursement for anybody except for the people who are Access Fund recipients. And Access Fund is a limited fund through which we were able to support, unfortunately, a limited number of people. So if you have your flight and your accommodations covered through the Access Fund and you know that you are an Access Fund recipient, there is reimbursement. We would have loved to reimburse everybody. We don't have that money. Unfortunately. So no, there is no reimbursement for anyone except it's not about being, I see if it's for our network members. No, it's not about that at all. It's only for, so it doesn't matter if you're AWID member. It is really just for folks who have received Access Fund, and there was a whole process this year around that. We have tried to include as many people as possible there, and that's actually our largest budget line at the forum is support for folks. But if you are not an Access Fund recipient, please do not come with your receipts because we are not able to reimburse it, even though we would have really loved it. Sorry, thank you. Over to you, Valerie.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ina. I think to make the session easier and also to make sure that we get to the platform, I'm going to play a music. Jess, I'm hoping that I'll be able to match up your taste in music, but let's see.
This is the party portion of the
Let's see, let's see. Okay, hold on. And get the music up. Okay, yeah.
It's always a nice little tech check when you're live trying to share screen and talk at the same time.
Yeah, I hope the music is not so loud and it will still allow me to.
We can't hear it. We can't hear it.
Oh, okay. First things first is that how do we make sure that the forum participants are able to access the platform? It's quite colorful, it's quite exciting, but also the first step is to make sure that we're onboarded on that. And just may I request that you share the slide, please?
Once again, Val, what did you ask?
I'm requesting that if you can share the slides.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I think Jimitai is sharing.
Give me a moment, Val.
Okay.
Worries. Val, I'm here to keep you company on your forum app initiation journey.
Right.
I think it's going to be great. It looks really vibrant and lively. So there we are.
Okay, great. So first things first is that I think a majority of us have already received the welcome message from the forum app. And what it reads in part is that it basically the information and the instructions on how to get onto the platform. And how do we get that? Is that this is the email that most of us have received. If you haven't received it, we are aiming to share this welcome message in the next 24 to 48 hours to make sure that you have access to the platform and you get to start choosing the sessions that you want to attend and also to network. There are a couple of amazing people that are already on the platform. So first off, this is the message that you're going to receive. So how do you
Val,
get...
could you put it on slideshow so it's a little bit bigger than everyone can see the oh, sorry, it's Jemitai sharing, right? Yeah, amazing.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
me.
Carry on.
Okay. So once you receive this message, the other thing is that you will click of course, kindly read the beautiful instructions that we have shared. Then go and click on create your password here and click the link. So once you click the link, you will be redirected to this page. So what happens on this page is that the email address that you used to register for the forum is the same one that you're going to be using for the Canapii, and the system will automatically pick that. So you don't have to input your email address, okay? Then another thing is that since you have clicked on the link, you'll receive a reset code on your email address. Copy paste the reset code here, or share the or
Sorry to interrupt. We're getting messages in the chat that the screen share is not visible to folks. Can we ask tech friends to help out with that? Okay, I can see it. Sorry, if you can't see it, there's a little, it's visible to some. Okay, let's continue. There's a little, it might be a little toggling between the tabs at the top.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So the reset code that you're going to receive on your email, do input on the reset code, set a new password. Kindly set a strong password for your account, confirm the new password, save the password. So once you've done all this, you will now be able to access the forum app. And how you'll be able to do that is two options. So one, there's the option of the QR code, which I have shared here, and probably we could try it for the participants that have already received the welcome message. Check the email that you received earlier on about the link and also how to reset your password. Once you're there, you could take your phone, scan the QR code. For the people that are using iPhone, you could scan the App Store QR code. For the participants that are using Android, you could scan the Google Play code. What you'll get is what's on the far right side of the screen, Canapii, because that is the hosts, our event host app. So that is what you'll be able to see. And then if you click on open, it's when that you'll be able to see the whole forum platform. So I think Michelle, I can give a few minutes for folks to try that one out. And then we could also troubleshoot for the participant that will not be able to log in. But let me share again the instructions on how to log into the platform. Michelle, have you been able to log in yourself?
Yes, I logged in on my browser, and I'm just downloading it on my phone as well.
Okay, great. I think I can give it a few minutes for more folks to get onto the platform. I think this is also the
It
point that
downloaded pretty fast, so yeah.
Yes. Actually, the platform also uses quite a low bandwidth, between 3 Mbps to 5 Mbps. So that makes sure that also the participants that are in low bandwidth areas and the participants that do not have internet connectivity available to them, they'll still be able to use the app because the bandwidth that the app requires is between 3 to 5. Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. So it'll be easy for folks who are having data and accessibility issues, which is a lot of the world.
Exactly.
I think there might have been a small issue with one of the QR codes, but the Apple Store one works, so we can fix that later.
Okay.
Well, just to say that I've used the Google Play one and it's worked really well. And I'm logged in on both sites, yeah. On both desktop and on my phone.
Amazing.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, I think folks are just getting their codes. I have already had to reset my password because I forgot it.
The good thing is that it's quite a straightforward process. So once
Yeah.
you forget your you don't remember your password, you could simply click on reset password. You'll get the code on your mobile, and you'll be able to reset it again. Okay, I see that. Okay, I see that a few folks have been able to log in. Oh, it's visible. Okay, thank you. Okay, please share with us the link and also how to register. Okay, also another thing that I forgot to mention, Michelle, is that the forum app is only available to the registered forum participants. Yes,
Alrighty. So you need to be
yes,
coming to the forum.
yes. And your
All right.
experience could be either in person or virtual. Yes.
Okay. And just reading a note from the chat that Fatima's dropped in. Some of you said the QR code led you to DMCC. That's Canapii as well. It's just the official name is slightly different. So just in case anyone was confused by that.
And actually what I can do is I can also share how the app looks like. Hold on.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Here, this is how the Canapii icon looks like on both App Store and also on Google Play. So the moment you see this, yes, this is the app that we are using for the forum.
And once I get in, I'm seeing AWID 15th AWID International Forum. So I just have to click on
Yes,
that. Okay.
exactly.
Great.
Yes, yes. So I'll also want to get into the platform using my web browser so that we can show folks how to set up their profile, how they can connect with each other, and also how they can book their sessions. As at today, though also a caveat is that we are still uploading some sessions. So just note that the platform, we're still uploading the sessions, and it will be nice if you come back to the platform from time to time, so that you're able to see the new additions and also be able to book your experience. So I'm going to share. Just a second.
So Winnie says we don't. It says we don't have access. If you have received if you're registered for the forum and have received an email, you should be able to access it already. If you haven't got that email yet, it's coming. So
Yeah.
give it a minute or so.
Okay.
But do
Yes.
Stay tuned right now as we go through how you can update your profile and check out the different features.
So this is the web browser experience. So once you get onto the forum or the forum app on Canapii, this is the web browser experience. So how do we make sure that we get to know who is in the space, and also how do we get to update our profile? So on the right-hand side of the screen, there's a small there is a small icon with my face. I'll do this so that it's more visible. Yes. So click on that. And once you click on that, the drop-down menus are update profile, profile help, sign out. So because we are building up our profile, it will be click on the update profile, share with us your first name, last name. If you want to include your nickname, that's also great. If you don't want to be known by your official names, that's fine. And then your job title, your organization or the collective or group that you belong to. And also, Michelle, so this is here where I find it's a great opportunity for other participants to connect with people that have similar interests. So make sure that you include a short bio about yourself. Give us a good headline so that participants are able to connect with you. Mine is a Kisumu-based feminist because this is the city where I live in. I love to organize feminist convenings, and AWID is one of the convenings that I'm organizing, and I'm part of the team that will be delivering in the next actually almost 10 days now, and also love to
Yeah.
talk about African literature. So anyone that is coming to the forum and is a fan of African literature, let's connect. And also do
Amazing. I
include
love the
the
headline.
headline. Yes, yes. I'm also looking forward to also what the other participants will also be able to share with us. And then, of course, do share with us the pronouns, how we love to be identified, your forum experience, is it in person or is it the virtual experience, so that we know the connection, the country as well, and finally the groups and the collective. Save the changes. Once you save the changes, if you want to see how that one looks like, this is how it looks like. Yeah. So that is on the profile. The next thing is that how do the participants get to connect among each other? So on two ways. One is meet other attendees. So this is the space that is going to be having all the forum participants. Everyone that is coming to the forum and is registered, this is where they are going to be. And all these
So
people
more
have
than
already...
like 5,000 people are gonna be on this.
Yes, yes, it's quite a good pool
Amazing.
of connection, right?
Yeah.
I also love the profile photos that some of the participants are using. So do feel free to add a profile photo. If you're not very comfortable with using your profile photo, I actually forgot a very cool feature in this, Michelle. Let me just take you back. It
Yeah.
will be, if you don't want to use your profile picture, you can use an avatar. So
Oh, nice.
yes, you can choose an avatar that resembles you or something that is cool and you relate with. So you just select. I think I can choose this for now for the purposes of this demonstration. I'll take that one and then save the changes. Okay. So going back to the meet attendees, this is where all the forum attendees are going to be showcased. And if you want to send a message to one of the participants, all you need to do is to click the icon that looks like an envelope, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then you just send a message. Sanyu has been my test session in terms of sending messages, so I'm just going to drop her a message right now to the forum. Yeah, that's it. So that is
Yeah.
how people
Nice.
get to connect. And also the other feature in terms of connection is the forum kitchen table. So already in the chat, there's some conversation that has been going on that I'm coming from this place. Can we connect with the activists and the groups that are coming from this place? So the forum kitchen table is also a good space for that, to connect with the other participants that are coming from your region, and also to share on similar interests. So for instance, you want to talk about, I see Mata here has shared something about building the just and sustainable worlds we need and deserve. So this is also a good space to have those kind of conversations. And also it's going to be open throughout, before the forum and also throughout the forum week. And then lastly is the agenda. This is where we are having all the agendas of the forum. I'll give it a second. So it is scheduled by day. I'll give it a second for it to load. Yeah, it is scheduled by day. And the good thing is that how the participants are able to get the sessions that they want to attend is that they'll come here under the track and then click on that, and all the thematic focus that you're interested in. If you want, let's say, religion, let's say sex workers' rights, you click on the sex workers' rights, and all the sessions that have sex work as part of it will be filtered and you'll be able to see them. Also, how you're able to create your own agenda, that is the sessions that you'll want to attend during the forum, is you click on this plus sign on the far right of the screen. Once you click on that, it will filter out to my agenda. And this is, yes.
Nicole, yeah.
Someone.
I think that's Tina.
Yes. Okay. Probably could mute. Okay, she's on mute now. Yeah. So Michelle.
Val, how would we just to go back to the agenda for a second?
Okay.
You showed us how we can search by topic. Can we also search by language? Like, let's say I'm an Arabic or French speaker. How do I find sessions that are just in that are going to be led in those languages?
Good question. Hold on, I don't know what has happened. Okay, so how that is going to be, Michelle, is that so the participants will click on tags. So under tags, we're going to get the language. So all the sessions that are, let's say, in Arabic, they are going to be filtered out. So these are the sessions that are happening in Arabic. And also there's the next step on the selection of the sessions, which will be, let's say, if the session is film. So it's Arabic and it's film, or let's say the session is the format of the session is hybrid, because that is also a key component of the forum experience. So all the hybrid sessions are going to be filtered out. So that is how the participants are able to filter out the session. Then another thing is that, for instance, you want a particular topic and you don't see it either under the track or tags. What you can do is that you can use the chat function. So let's say resourcing, let's use that as an example. So here are the here are the search engine. You can just type resourcing, click the enter button, and everything that is under resourcing will be filtered out.
And Val, this is super, I think it's super easy and useful for people to build their own forum agendas from this. One question I have is, if we have people coming to the forum who are really interested in using the app, but have security issues, like they don't want to reveal their face or their identity, what suggestions would you give them?
Okay, so one will be this, and you can do this. So first is everything that is related to the security and also the experience, how you want to experience the app, is under the update profile. So for now, my first name is Valerie. So we could simply remove that, and I could use an alias. So I'll use, because I like my city so much, let me use that.
I love it. You're representing Kisumu? Okay.
Yes. Yes, and then I can say something like activist. It's not really,
Yeah.
it does not really tie me to something specific that it will easily identify me. And I can use a nickname for it. I don't want to use my real nickname, so let's see. Let me use Michelle. Let me use
Okay,
as a
that's
nickname.
fine.
Okay, yes. So after that is okay, so the rest of the information is not identifiable. The rest of the things you can pick from the drop-down menu. So that is one way. Another way is through the avatars. So the avatars is not really, you're not able to say that this is Michelle, this is Valerie. So that is how we make sure that the participants are confident in using the app while still maintaining their identity and their privacy.
Yeah, I think we just got about a minute or so left. Do you have any final things you want to point out to folks while we still have them?
Yes, first things first is that the moment you get onto the app, there are two key features that the whole app has very, very good information and also very valuable information that will help us with the forum experience. But two places that are my favorites are the connect and learn. Make sure that the moment you get onto the platform, you go to under connect and learn, get to see who is attending the forum, connect, make those connections, say hi to people, say hi to strangers that are going to be friends very soon. Then the other exciting part that I want to share with you is the forum kitchen table. So this is where all the conversations that, oh, I see somebody has written something. The time that we were sharing the app. So thank you.
Nice.
Yes, let's use the space for engagement. If you're traveling from wherever part that you're coming in and you're anxious, you want to connect with people, let's use this space to be able to connect with the activists that are coming from the same country, from the same region, and also for the virtual participants. Because you're not traveling, that does not mean that the forum experience is mainly for the in-person participants, but there also are very interesting lineup of virtual activities and also virtual sessions that will be available. And we can still use the forum kitchen table for the discussions. If you attend a session you can either attend a session as a group, or if there's something that if there's something that you resonated with during the sessions and you'll want to share, this is the spot that it will be great to have that conversation. And lastly, the backbone of the forum is the agenda. Make sure that you start adding in the sessions that you want to attend, and also take note that we are still uploading the session, making corrections here and there, but for now you can still booking in the sessions that you're interested in. I think that is it, Michelle.
I think that's once you get on, it's fairly easy to navigate, and you just have to play around a little bit, and folks will get the hang of it really easy as well.
And one last thing, sorry, I
Yes.
forgot, is that there's so many things on the platform that I want to show everyone, and then I'm like, oh, the time is...
This is important. Yes, tell us.
Yes, this is important. So currently the platform is in English because that is the language that I have selected. But if you want to change the platform in one of the forum languages, all you need to do is come to the top navigation bar here next to the time icon, click on the language icon, and you'll be able to select the language that you want to experience the platform in. So let's say French. I've selected French, and everything that is on the platform is now in French. And that includes the agenda as well.
Awesome. And so we have it in what languages?
We have
in
it
English?
Yes. French,
Spanish, French.
Arabic.
And?
Our host, Thai.
Amazing.
Yes. So that is how the participants are able to change the platform into the different languages. Let me go back to English. Yes.
Amazing. And we had some really nice advice in the chat as well on participant security about not sharing personal information on the messages if security is on the message function. If you're concerned about your security, you can always use more private platforms, more secure and private platforms. This has been great, Val, and I think we had some questions from folks who are just excited to get on board. And if you haven't gotten your links to get on yet, it's coming in your email, or it should be there already. Set it up, and if you have any other questions, you can always get in touch with us. We're super excited to see so many of you on the platform. And Val, a lot of people are saying that it's really easy to use, and so yay.
That was the intention. That it should be easy to use, less bandwidth, and also beautiful. It looks great, right?
Yes, it does look great. Love it. Can I just, while Jess is going to give us a little mentee, we've got a tip to check the spam folder on your email for the app invite link. Yes, sometimes these tend to go to spam, so do check your spam folder. We will be having another session going through the app as well later today. So if anyone has missed out on it or hasn't attended the full thing, please join us again. You'll have Val on board again, sharing all the features of the platform. And for that session, we will also have interpretation in Spanish and French. Apart from Wordly, we'll have physical interpreters as well. Thank you all so much for taking the time to join us. We're going to be dropping a Menti in the chat in a minute.
I did it.
Oh, amazing.
And it's also good because if there's any logistical questions or follow-up questions you want to ask, there's a space to ask it. So yeah, please, this is your last call for questions, but you can also use the app to ask questions as we go in real time.
Yep.
Quick
And
question for Valerie. Some are saying they haven't received the email yet. Will it be, just want you to clarify that, are we fully done with sending out all the emails for folks to log on to the app? Or are people still waiting?
Right now, we are having close to 3,500 participants on the platform. For the participants that haven't been able to log into the platform, I'll go back to the registration database that we currently have, because that is where we are pulling the data and uploading on Canapii. I'll be cross-checking in the afternoon to see the participants that haven't been that haven't received the email yet, and yes, they should expect to get an email between the next few hours. I should be able to get the email to them. And this is only for the registered participants again.
And there's still, if you haven't registered, there's still the opportunity to register to join in the forum online. So make sure you do that, and you'll get to be a part of the amazing app and the whole forum experience as well. Jess has dropped the Menti in the link. So as we wrap up for today, we just want to say thank you to everyone for joining us today, for being patient and understanding with your questions. We hope we've managed to get to as many of them as we can. Our team are working very tirelessly to get you the answers that you need and the support that you need. And for those of you who have outstanding questions or queries, I think they've taken note of them and they'll get in touch with you. And we're really, really, really excited to be seeing you at the forum in a couple of days. So how excited are you, Val, on a scale of 1 to 10?
I am super excited. I'll take 15. I'll take 15.
Okay, 15. We've got a 15. Amazing. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We hope you're at least a 10 and you carry that into the forum with us. Amazing. Bye, everyone.